Hello, Math 109 students. This is just an introduction video to the class, especially about some of the administrative things, some of the things on the syllabus. You can see right here that there is my contact information and just general things about me and the class and the schedule. This will be different for different syllabi. So, like, this is just for the Q3 term of 2022 of the hybrid class that was just meeting on Monday. So if you have a different class than this, you will just look here to find that same information that pertains to your class. For this particular class, it's a hybrid that only meets 1 day a week on Mondays for class time, for in-person class. So those people will also be expected to watch extra lecture videos for the other class time that they would not be having, and complete assignments on those other days of the week. Tells when the quarter starts, when the quarter ends, the holidays during the quarter. My office is on the second floor of the Dublin campus. You should always make an appointment with me. I would be glad to meet with you. Have any extra time that you need to meet outside of class to learn the material. If you need extra help on anything, but just let me know and we'll make an appointment to meet. The best way to contact me is not the email address here, not the phone number here, but rather through the Remind texting group. So sign up for the Remind texting. You will find the code right here. Again, each class may have a different code, but you'll text the code that you see right here from your syllabus to this number to sign up for the Remind texting group for your particular class. All right, Math Excel. This is a big deal. Math Excel is where you will do all your homework assignments. It's really great because you can submit answers as many times as you want, as many times as it takes to get the problem right. And when you get it right, it doesn't matter if it took 20 times, you still get credit for the problem when you get it right. It also provides help to you right there in the homework. You can click on question help, like view an example, or help me solve this, or view a video, or view my textbook, and there's all kinds of ways you can get help right there in the problem if you get stuck. So how do you register for Math Excel for this course? You're going to use the code that you find here. That's your access code. So if you are in a college algebra class, then GMC provides access for you. You don't have to pay for it. So when it asks you for a payment or for an access code, you're going to click on access code, and you're going to use that code right there. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That 30 character code right there. The Math Excel course ID is this code. So when it asks you for the course ID, this is the code you enter. All right. Notice this character right here. This is the letter O versus this character right here. This is the number 0. You can tell because it's got a little line through it. So this is also the number 0, whereas this that doesn't have a line through it is the letter O in that code. All right. You will also follow the Math Excel Enrollment Guide, which also tells you the code, the course ID, and the access code that you'll use. So follow this guide. Make sure you go to mathexcel.com, not mathexcelforschool.com. That's two different things. Just type in www.mathexcel.com every time you want to go to Math Excel. I've had students before get very confused because they go to a different thing called Math Excel for School. That's not what we're doing. So yeah, just follow those instructions to get signed up for the Math Excel program for this course. All right, what else do we need to go over on the syllabus? All right, on the back of the syllabus now, course materials, Math Excel, we've already talked about that. You'll need access to the internet outside of class. You could use the computers here on campus. There's student computer labs that if you don't have access to a computer or the internet, you'll just have to use these here on campus, or perhaps even the Lawrence County Library here in Dublin. But you will need access to the internet outside of class time. Number 3, you will need a TI-84 graphing calculator. All right, that is a requirement. That is a requirement. If you don't have that calculator, it's going to make your life very hard, and it may even cause you to not be successful in this course if you don't have that calculator. So you need to make sure you get that TI-84 graphing calculator, if you don't already have it, as soon as possible. You can buy it new. You can buy it used. Either way is fine. But get that in your hands as soon as possible so that you can use it. I'm going to be teaching with it, and there will be several sections that you'll need that. We talked about that there's going to be time where we're in class, but there may also be time where I'm giving you lectures on video that you'll have to learn from those sometimes too. And there'll be sometimes in class where I allow you to have time to work on your homework problems while you're with me in the classroom so that I can help you if you need it. Grading categories. There are only 2 categories. There is practice, which counts 30%, and there are tests, which the test counts 70% as a category. This says 2 tests, but usually there's going to be 3 tests. There will be a test over Chapter 1, a test over Chapter 3, and then the last test will cover Chapters 5 and 6. And there's no midterm or final, it's just those 3 tests, as well as all the homework practice that goes in the practice category. Again, the test category counts 7%, the practice category counts 30%. We're going to read this next part out loud. The campus with which you register will provide academic support services, tutoring, advising, academic success coaching, etc. These services are provided at all GMC campuses in person as well as via telephone, email, and Zoom video conferencing. If you would like online tutoring, please contact Ms. Priscilla Adams at this number. All global online class students will have access to online tutoring via a link in the Moodle course shell. Any grade review must be initiated with the faculty member, department chair, or assistant dean within 30 days of the end of the grading period in which the grade was reported. Any student who feels he or she may need an accommodation or assistance based on the impact of the disability should contact the student disability coordinator to complete the process of becoming verified and receive instruction notification letters. Once the notification letter is presented with timely notice to the faculty member, then accommodations can be received until the end of the course. The student disability officer for this campus is Ms. Priscilla Adams. Again, her number is right here. That's her number. And her office is on the 2nd floor of the Dublin campus. Her number is listed right here also. Administrative procedures. Completion of the drop-add process and the withdrawal process is the responsibility of the student. The maximum number of absences allowed before withdrawal for non-attendance is 2. So if you miss two days and don't miss any more, then you're okay. But if you miss more than 2, that means you missed more than a whole week of class, and we only have 8 weeks. So without valid reasons, students will be automatically withdrawn on the 3rd absence. If you do have valid reasons, and especially if you have written documentation of those valid reasons, then you could be allowed more than that, more absences than that. You need to get in touch with me about those absences if you have valid reasons. This says there are no exceptions for a 4th absence, and that has normally been true at GMC, although with COVID issues, we have been more flexible on that. Every 3 tardies counts as an absence. If a student misses more than 20 minutes of the class, it will count as an absence instead of a tardy. So if you come in late to class, it counts as a tardy. If you have 3 of those tardies, it counts as an absence. But if you come in more than 20 minutes late, you're counted absent instead of tardy, or if you leave 20 minutes early. If a student is habitually late to class, he or she may be asked to withdraw from the class. No late or make-up work is accepted. All right. So actually, I've tried to make some flexibility on that too. In Math Excel, I have set it up to where there's a particular due date for each assignment. But if you turn it, I've set it to where you can turn it in late, up to 3 days late, and you get a 20% penalty for the work that you do that is later than the listed due date on Math Excel. After those 3 days, there is no, I'm not taking the work after that. If a student misses a test day, the test must be made up within 1 week of that test date on the student's own time, outside of class, in the presence of the professor or another member of the GNC faculty or staff. You will not be allowed to distract from the class. The student should always notify the professor if there are any issues. And finally, there's an ethics component of this. GNC emphasizes character and ethical behavior in all aspects of the curriculum. During the quarter, ethical issues or dilemmas will be discussed as they pertain to mathematics. Since the primary goal of education is to increase one's own knowledge, academic dishonesty will not be tolerated at GNC. Students and faculty are expected to abide by the GNC Honor Code. I will neither lie, cheat, steal, nor tolerate those who do. Just as a quick idea of what do ethics have to do with math? They have everything to do with math. In fact, they have everything to do with everything. If there were no ethics, then we could just write this and believe it and lie to ourselves about it and just say that's it, that's true, but it's not true. And so if you go to McDonald's or you go to the store and you say, here's my $4 for something that costs $5, you say, no, it's still the same thing. 4 is the same thing as 5. Here, give me my food. Here's this money. It's not going to go well for you. Or if I said to you, here are $2 and $2 more. Now you give me 5 and we're even. Obviously, you're going to. That's going to be a bad thing in your mind because it's not ethical. It's not true. Ethics is the foundation. It undergirds everything about existence. It undergirds everything about academics. Otherwise, we could just all lie to each other all the time about what's true, and academics would mean nothing, and life would mean nothing. And I could lie to myself about the fact that I could fly, and I work in a tall building right now, and that would not go well for me. And that would be a bad result. Every day that you wake up, when you wake up and you get out of the bed, you are already practicing ethics. You're already saying, it is better for me to get out of this bed than to remain in it for the rest of the day. When you brush your teeth, which we're all glad you do that because you are making an ethical decision that says, it is better that I brush my teeth than that I don't and let them rot out. So anytime, everything that you do in life, when you take a breath, when you just breathe, when you have a thought, when you're making an ethical, you are breathing in the ethical air that we all take for granted and say, because you're saying it's better that I take this breath than that I don't. So again, that is just as true, if not more true, for mathematics as it is anything else. So yeah, ethical behavior, ethical character, ethics in general is the foundation and the overarching theme that we all take for granted, but that is there. So hope you are okay getting started with this class. Again, text me through the Remind texting group if you need to get in touch with me, if you need to ask any questions. Good luck getting started.